Okay, so what we are going to do today is a slight repetition of yesterday's lecture again, and then a new topic which is called as data consolidation. All right. Okay. Now, to begin with, we had simple sort and filter. Yes or no? So sorting is used for finding the topmost values, bottommost values, right? That we have seen last time. It is also used for combining all those particular similar kind of data. Barabar? And the third is कि you can find a data very easily with the help of sort. So if it is arranged properly, you know alphabetical order मध्ये ते particular record कुठे येणार आहे. So finding a record is easy. Filtering is that जेवढा whatever data fulfills the condition, only that much data can be seen and the rest of the data is hidden, right? Now, in this regular filter, what happens is that you can put a condition only on one column at a time. Okay. So, for example, you said that you wanted all those students, those who are females, let's say gender females, and all those who have got more than 75%. So, suppose you wanted to find out both, you could do only one at a time. You first selected all these. So, a category of females has come together, and the percentage now you want to concentrate. So now you have to go to the percentage column and put the condition there, right? Means what? You can run the condition only one at a time, either on gender or on percentage is what we are doing it, right? Right. So now here, percentage greater than, so number filter you're going to use greater than 75 is what we wanted. And there it is. So now you got the complete filtering. All those girls, those who have got percentage greater than 75. But now here it was a lengthy process, long process. Yes. Okay, let me remove the filter. So for this to happen quickly, you have advanced filter. Okay. So कैसे करना है? For advanced filter, you'll have to make some arrangements. Now, what is the arrangements? You need to copy this particular title, the table header, in another place. You could do it in 3 other places also, but this much is sufficient. Now, because of this, what happens is we are forming 3 ranges. So range, I have told you, it is a set of cells, right? So the first range, this one, where there is the actual list, actual data, that data is called as the list range. Okay. Now the second range set of cells that we have created, it is called as the condition range. So this is the place where you're going to put the conditions, right? And then we can create another place. Now I'm not giving any title over here because the title will automatically come, right? But we can create or we get a new data over here. That range of cells is called as the copy to range. म्हणजे कुठे कॉपी करणार आहोत आपण. All right. So now let's start this filter. Now in advanced filter, there are 2 ways. Okay. In advanced filter, you can filter the list in the place itself. In this existing place only you can filter just like your regular filter, or you can copy to some other place. All right, fine. So let's do this first. Filter the list in its place, just like your regular filter. But plus point now, what is a plus point? I told you in advanced filter, you can put multiple conditions, right? So now before you start filtering, let's put a condition at least first, right? So now, for example, the condition is that the student should be a male candidate and that person's percentage should be greater than or equal to 75. So what happens now is we have put 2 conditions, and look at how I have put the condition. It is on the same line. When it is on the same line, it is called as a AND condition, right? Means the gender should be male and the percentage should be above 75. If you had written the condition like this on the other line. This becomes a OR condition. OR means that all those records which are fulfilling this condition, give me a list of that, and all those records which are fulfilling this condition, right? Means एकतर the first condition should be fulfilled, असेल तर रेकॉर्ड्स दाखवा, नसेल तर दुसऱ्या कंडिशन कडे जा, त्याचे पण रेकॉर्ड शोधून काढा. So either this condition or this condition should be fulfilled, right? So let's put a regular condition AND over here, right? Let's try with AND condition first. Now first you give the condition, then you come to the actual filtering. So keep the cursor inside this list and click on advanced filter. See what is happening? Advanced filter in its place. This is what we are going to see first. We know that there are three ranges: list range, criteria range, copy to range, right? आता याच्यात आपल्याला फक्त फिल्टर करायचं आहे त्याच ठिकाणी, त्यामुळे कॉपी टू रेंजची गरज आहे का? तर आन्सर इज नो. वी डोंट नीड दॅट, राइट? सो लेट्स ट्राय आउट विथ फर्स्ट. Filter the list in its place. Which is the list range? You will see at the background there is a dotted line. Can you see? Got it? Means this is the data that has to be filtered. Got it? Criteria range. Condition. Where is the condition? It is at this place. Got it? Open. And that's it. Right? Because we are not selecting copy to another location, right? Filter the list in its place. Let's see what happens. When I click on OK, look what happened inside that filter list. It has got filtered in its place, right? So all those who are fulfilling the category male and those who have got more than 75% is what we have got us. Got it? All right, fine. Now let me open this filter. I can just click on the filter button because it is the same. You can put it off also. That's how you open it. Got it? Now let's try out with the OR condition. I'm shifting this condition to the next line, means it has become OR condition. OR means either this condition should be fulfilled or this condition should be fulfilled. Okay, done. Let's try out. Keep the cursor here, advanced filter. Let's keep it in the place only. List range is great. Normally it is selected. You can select it again. Here it is. Next is criteria range. Now the criteria range is wrong. So let us just modify it. Selected the condition also. Open. That's it. And click on OK. So now what happens, see, in this, you will see that there are categories where female has also come, but the second condition is getting fulfilled. Can you see over here? Above 75. Now here, again here, male category has come over here. But this is not fulfilling second condition, but it is fulfilling the first condition. They are males, right? So what has happened is either male or above 75 people needs to be there in the list. Got it? Now, OR conditions are not normally used. Okay? Very rarely you will use the OR condition. When you are doing full filtering म्हणजे मोठ्या कुठल्या तरी डेटामधून आपल्याला ठराविक डेटा पाहिजे आहे, तो कमी असतो डेटा, येस नो, गरजेचा डेटा, राईट? मग ते फिल्टर आहे ना अँड नी जास्त चांगलं लागतं. गॉट इट? ऑरनी नाही होत. ठीक आहे? ओके, सो लेट्स रिमूव्ह द फिल्टर्स. There it is. Got it? Now let us try the second type, that is the copy to range advanced filter. Condition is AND. Yes. Keep the cursor here, advanced filter. I'm going to select the second option, copy to another location, right? Now here list range, it's great. It is the same thing. Condition range, let me mark it again because it is not selecting it. Open. And now copy to range means a place where you want the filtered data to come. Means original list will remain as it is. Whatever condition is given, according to that, the list will get filtered, and whatever data you get, the information you get, it will be copied into some other location. Got it? So now here you are going to select this third point, third place, that is the copy to range. And I'm not selecting cells, I'm just selecting one cell, telling that from that point onwards, give me all the records which are fulfilling the condition, right? When I click on OK, let's see what has happened. See, got it? So it is removed, not removed, rather, it has copied the data which is fulfilling the condition and it has put it into the new date table, right? So this is advanced filter. And you will see that two things have happened in advanced filter. Multiple conditions you could put in one go only, right? And whatever data was filtered, you put it into some new table also. Yes or no? Right? So that's the plus point. And another very important point that you must have seen is that you don't have to put any function type things. You have to just select, you have to just give the ranges. It is going to automatically pick the condition, apply it, remove the data what is necessary, and give you a copied data. Got it? Right? So that is the advanced filter. Okay, that's what we did yesterday. Okay. Now let's come to our today's topic, which is called as the consolidation. Now, consolidation is another very important topic in Excel. Consolidate, this word means combining, एकत्रीकरण करणं. ओके, मग कंबाईन काय करता येतं आपल्याला? तर देर आर सम rules in a sense की that is how Excel combines. Excel can combine multiple tables. So if we had say 5 tables, 6 tables, it can combine into one table using one formula or any function. Okay. So Excel can combine multiple tables into one table using a formula, right? Let us see how this is applicable. For example, here we have 3 exams of a classroom. Okay. This is a class. This is the test 1. These are marks of test 2 and these are marks of test 3, right? In our real life business work, you also have some kind of data like this. Quarter 1 sales, quarter 2 sales, quarter 3 sales, quarter 4 sales. So when you wanted to find annual sales, you are going to add all those particular quarters into one and get the actual result. Got it? Right? So here, if you had this data in different tables and you wanted to combine these tables, you are going to use what? Consolidate. All right. Let's try it, how it works. So for ease purpose, I'm just, you can convert this into format as table also, but just to make it more easier to see, I'm just giving some colors to it. Okay. Let me keep this white and this one. Okay. So let me keep this as another color. So these are actually 3 different tests. So for example, Anaya had got 55 in Hindi in the first test. In second test, she got a 45. In the third test, she got 56. All right, fine. So these are 3 different tests. Got it? Now, in this scenario, if you wanted to find a final report card, you remember in our schools also, we used to have the average of all the tests in the year. You remember, right? So unit test 1, unit test 2, मग सामयी यायची, that is term exam, then unit test 3, 4, then final exam. Then final report card was the average of all the tests actually. Got it? Means what? That here you wanted to combine the 3 tables using average function. Is this clear? Right? So as I told you, consolidation means combining tables using a particular function. It can be anything. Sum, average, count, max, min, anything. In this case, it is average. In quarter sales, it is sum. Quarter first to be connect added to quarter 2, quarter 3, and so on and so forth. Is this clear now? Okay, let's start. Now to begin, you will have to mention where you want the final result. First, select a place where you want the final result. Got it? Now, you go ahead selecting data, and in this sort filter data tools section, we have something called as the consolidate. Got it? Right? इथे बस तुम्हाला दिसतंय का? So we click on consolidate, right? Now see, Excel has made the work so easy. It is going to combine the tables also. It is going to do the calculation also without you putting any function. Got it? That's going to be the power of Excel over here. Now function here I wanted to use is average. Yes or no? Right? Now here it's asking you where is the reference for average. Reference means where are the tables that you want to combine. Got it? So in that you have to start adding the reference. So to add the reference, you are going to click on this button for reference, roll it up, go to the first reference here. So first reference is this. Now it's your choice. You want a roll number or no? I would suggest don't take the roll number because then you will not understand roll number 1 is who and 2 is who. So I start picking up the table from name of students. Got it? Open, add. So my first table I have added, right? Now second, added means added to the combination. Second table, let's go to the next one. Name of the student till here. Obviously pass fail, it's not going to calculate, but let's select that also. Add, right? And the third table is the third test. Here, add. Can you get? Got it? Okay. Now, in this final table, when you get a final table, you want some structure in that table also. Structure means you want a top row because it contains the subject names. You wanted the left column because it contains the names of the students. So that structure you want. So I'm selecting top row, left column. I want it. Got it? Now create links. There's no use. It won't work over here. Create links works only when you are doing consolidation on some other sheet. All right. That also we are going to see shortly. Okay. Now once we are done with this, you have decided which tables you want. Everything ready. Just click a OK. And in no minute, right? This is the final report card, right? Now, some things are blank. That's because what Excel did was it took table number 1, it did the average with the table number 2. If there is text like gender, can you find the average of gender? No. So it has kept it blank. It is saying, I don't understand what you're telling. So I'm keeping it blank, right? Even grade, pass, fail, pass, fail. I'm not understanding what it is. So it has kept it blank. But the most important calculations of doing an average, it has done. So let's check what it has done, right? It's telling me, and remember how powerful this is. आपल्याला ते दिसताना एका सेकंदात झाल्यासारखं झालं, right? But imagine there are 34 students in that class, 3 exams. प्रत्येक एक्झामचं त्यांना ऍडिशन करून डिवाइड बाय 3 करावं लागलं असतं. So you take up Anya's marks, Hindi marks 55 plus 45 plus 56. That divided by 3 will be average of only Hindi marks of only Anaya. Got it? And this way you had to do for every subject, for every student. It would have taken a long time to do the averages. And that's what our teachers have been doing in schools. If they know Excel, they can do it in 1 second. Got it? Right? So this is how it is done. So you will see 55 plus 45 plus 56. I'm purposely selecting those so that you can see the average at the bottom. Can you see over here? 52 average, because you know how to calculate it. And so in the final, you have got the 52. Got it? So in one click, the entire final report card is ready. Okay. Such was the power of Excel. And when they did subtotaling and consolidation, that time the best feature of Excel came into existence, called as pivot tables. Okay. So pivot tables is completely based on these concepts. And so you should know these concepts. Got it? Right? Okay. You can always find out the grade. You can always pull that particular mm, gender with the help of VLOOKUP. Because Anaya was only one person in the class. Anjali is only one person in the class. You could do a VLOOKUP according to the roll number also, if you had the roll numbers over there. So getting this data is not a difficult task. Okay. This was very difficult. Calculation of everything was very difficult. And it happened within 1 second for all 34 students. Got this? Okay. Now let's try and run the same on a new sheet. Can you see? Right? Same consolidation we'll run on the new sheet now. Right? Decide where you want the consolidation. Right? I'll do the same consolidation. But now I'm going to select the tables from this sheet mark list and do the consolidation on the other sheet. Got it? That's how we are going to do it. So we are creating the entire report, consolidation report, on a new sheet. Got it? Okay. Let's start. I'll directly go into the consolidation section. Function, yes, I want the average again. Yes, 3 tables, average of 3 tables. Where are the tables? So let me go to the mark list. Let me select this. Now I know the grade is of no use, so I'm not selecting that. Add. Next. Select. Add. Got it? And the third one. So even if you did not select this also, it will directly take up. But anyways, click, roll up and add. So all the 3 tables have come. In the final report table, you want the top row, left column, which is compulsory because that's how the structure of tables is. And now, because it is on the new sheet, it has to refer to which sheet it is picking data from. And so you can create links to the original source. Source means from where you have picked those values, right? There it is. And when I click OK, I'm going to get the same result, right? Hana, the one which we ran previously. But now there is something extra over here. What is extra over here? Here the extra part is that it has given you outlines. Okay. Outlines. Outlines we have seen in subtotals also. Got it? For Aarti, I will repeat that subtotals part. But we have seen this in the subtotals, right? Now, what is the use of these outline? These are called as levels. 1 and 2 are outline levels. And plus minus are outline symbols. So when I click on plus, it becomes expanded. Can you see? And I click on minus, it is getting collapsed. Got it? Now look at this. When you run the consolidation on a new sheet, because it has to refer to the previous source, you look at the level 2, it is telling you from where it has picked this data. It's telling you the file name. It's telling that 55 was the first table data, 45 was the second table data, and 56 was the third table data. And the result for Anaya was 52, which is the average of all the 3 exams. So level 2 is giving the description level. Level 1 is giving the consolidated figures. Right? And the best part here is that it is connected to the original data source. Right? So let's focus only on 52 over here. All right. Anaya's Hindi marks. What happens if there is a revaluation for Anaya? So in her third test, Anaya tells that I want to actually go ahead with a revaluation. She puts for evaluation and her marks change and her marks come out to be 65, right? So the original data got changed. But now, because original data has changed, you will see in consolidated figures that initial 52 has now changed to 55 because the 65 is now registered. And how this happened automatically? Because it is connected to the original data source. So whatever changes happen in these three tables, all the changes will be seen in the consolidated sheet. Got it? So that is another plus point of consolidation. Got it? Is this clear? Will you try it out first? Okay, let's try out. Okay, what you have to remember over here, Aarti, I'll tell you. The three tables that you are picking means whatever number of tables you are picking up, the rule is that the basic structure of that table should be similar. Okay, like it should not be too hayward. Okay, structure should be similar. If there are marks in the columns, then those subjects should be there in the columns only, right? As far as possible, the roll numbers needs to be in sequence only, right? So something that like that structure should be same. It should not be that the rows are inside columns like transpose. It should not be like that, right? So the structure should be same. तेवढं फक्त आपल्याला लक्षात ठेवायचं आहे. Got it? Okay. Okay. On consolidation with the second on the other sheet, try out with the create links to sources also, source data. Have you tried out? If you've changed the value, are you seeing the difference in the consolidated sheet? So do that and see first. Because as I said, that if you have created the link to the source, whatever changes you make in the original data will be reflected in the consolidated data. So as I told you, for example, Anaya's math mark was 86 for the first test. If this 86 changed to 95, then your consolidated sheet should also show the change in the original data. Got it? And level 1 and 2. Please see the level 1 and 2. Okay. Now, since we have seen the consolidation, we have also seen these outlines over here, right? You will see that Excel has automatically outlined and given you. Yes, means what? With the outline, there is grouping also. Yes or no? So the first three records have been grouped together, and that is how Anaya's record has come. Next three have been grouped together. That is how Anjali's record has come. Next three have grouped together. That is how Archana's record has come. And that we can see in the level 1. Yes or no? Right? Means what? Wherever you have these outline numbers, that is levels and symbols, means there is some kind of grouping which has formed. Got it? Now let's understand the concept of grouping over here. So for example, I had this one data, right? I wanted to group these marks. Why? Because these marks were details. I did not want details. I just wanted the name of the student, the gender, and his or her total percentage grade. I did not want these columns, right? Now there are two things. Either we hide the columns. Yes. So when you hide the columns, how to hide the columns? Right click and just simply say hide. So A, B, C, and direct G. What happens is in this data, you will see the name of the students and this thing. It will be printed also like that. So if you look at the print preview, you will see roll number, name, gender, total, percentage, and grade. Okay. So this is one way of showing the report that I don't want to show those columns. I just hid those columns. If you wanted to unhide the columns, then you know that between C and G, there is some middle hidden columns. select both C and G and right click on the header, column header, and then click on unhide. So you'll see all the unhidden things. So this is one way. Other way is grouping. Okay. By subtotals and consolidation, Excel is doing it on its own, but we can also do it manually. How to do that? So for example, I had this column that I wanted to group together. I'll just select those columns, and under data, you will see that there was a section called as outlining from where we opened the subtotals, right? But in this outlining, you will have grouping and ungrouping, right? Now these columns I wanted to group together, and so I'm going to click on group button. So can you see what has happened? The grouping has happened, and if I click on the symbol, it will just collapse, and I'm getting the same kind of report that I got by hiding the columns. Yes or no? Only thing is I got the levels over here, which is an added advantage because level 2 will show me all the columns. Level 1 will show me only the consolidated report. Kind of what I did not want to show, it's not seen. Got it? So this is manual grouping, right? If you wanted to remove them, what all have you grouped? I have grouped the columns. So I'll just select them back again, outline and ungroup. So that grouping has gone. Got it? You can group the rows also. So not necessary. We just selected some groups, sorry, some rows, and you went into grouping. So there is this small button out here. You can open a small dialog box also out here. So you have grouped it together. Can you see? So first 14 roll numbers I've got grouped, right? Open it up, ungroup. You can ungroup it from here also. Got it? But a problem lies that we don't know what to group, isn't it? Now in this table, we knew that okay, columns are together, and that is how we have to decide. Columns are similar, so let me group them together. But if you did not know what to group, then you are going to go ahead with the outlining and say, okay, in grouping, I want to auto outline. Auto means Excel, you decide what to group, right? So when you click on auto outline, you will see it has automatically outlined only the columns. There is nothing for the rows. Can you see? So Excel is auto outlining only this. So this is important, and this is what you are supposed to group. I mean, those columns are what you are supposed to group. This is how you're going to show the table. So by auto outline, it is doing it on its own. But then how does Excel decide what to outline and what not to outline? How it decided only columns should be outlined? Why not rows? That is because normally Excel will check where is the formula. So it found that in total there is a formula and it is dependent on these three, and that's how it has grouped together. Got it? Right? You wanted to remove it, you just go into outline, ungroup. Here you have the clear outline option also. So you need not select the column, select the rows. You can just click on clear outline. It will just clear the outline for you. Got it? Right? So see it once again, grouping, auto outline is done. Now in this also you have a show detail and hide detail option. It's the same as this. I wanted to hide the details. I want to show the details. Got it? So in this also, if you wanted to hide the details, it's hiding the details. You can go and do it from here also. Show the details, it's come up, right? Outline, clear the outline. That's it. Got it? Right? So this is how you're going to use the outlining feature. Okay. Any difficulties in this? Okay. Let me repeat the subtotal for you. Now, subtotaling is another data analysis tool. All right. We have done sorting, we have done filtering, we have done consolidation. And here now we are going to also see the subtotaling, which we did for yesterday's class also. Just repeating it for you again, right? Subtotal gives you the addition without putting any kind of a formula. Okay. So analysis is strong because you don't have to sit and put formula everywhere. Now subtotal, in that you can have additions, average, max, min, everything, all functions. But the meaning of subtotal is category wise totals. Now first in your data, you should be able to identify whether there is a category or no. So if you look at the mark list data, there is only one column on which you can see the category, and that is gender. So there are two categories of people over here. One is the female and the other is the male category. If you do not consider gender, then if you look at the students' names, you have Anaya, which is different than Anjali, who is different than Archana, and every person is different. So in a mark list kind of a data, you cannot do subtotals because there are no categories to create totals. And so we took up something called as the data over here, like our stock value. All right. So as I told you, just knowing the feature in Excel is not important. Okay. Whether that feature is going to be applicable to a data also or no, that's the first thing that you have to think. So subtotals means category wise totals. Here in this stock data, we can find out category wise totals, right? What all can you do? You can actually create uh, totals for stock value. Means I wanted the total stock value of sweatshirts. Okay. So in this data analysis tool, which is subtotals, you are going to do calculations without putting a function. You don't have to sit and type a function. Okay. That is the advanced part of this particular Excel analysis tool, right? So here you can find out total value of sweatshirts or total value of gloves. You can also find the total stock value of large items only. You can also find the stock value of only black colored items. You can also find the total quantity of black items. You can also find total quantity of large size or small size items. Yes or no? You can also find total quantities of gloves, right? So all this has categories, isn't it? All this particular means description has a category, item size has a category, right? So let's see how we can find our subject wise totals, right? Now for that, you have to decide which totals you want. So for example, I wanted the totals of say colors. Okay, color wise total I want, right? So now when you are finding a subtotal, which is there under data, extreme right, south outline, subtotal. This is where you want to get that subtotal feature, right? Subtotal, before you run subtotal, you should always sort the data, okay, according to what you want to find a subtotal. Because what happens if you sort, you remember, आपने sort कर दिया. So मैंने क्या किया, color के column में रख दिया. I sorted this data, right? I sorted the data according to the color. Sorting will take all the similar items together. Yes or no? Got it? And so sorting is important first. Now what happens with sorting? There is a category created, all black, black, black category together. And then suddenly it changes to blue category also. Then at a particular point, it is changing to gray category. So मेरे categories create हो गए. Got it? Now what I want a subtotal of? I wanted the subtotal of total stock value of black items, right? I wanted total stock value of black items, right? Similarly, total stock value of blue items. Means I want what? Stock value addition. Got it? Let's run the subtotaling. Click on this subtotal. Now it's telling me at each change in what. Now for us, the color was important and we sorted the data according to color. So at each change in my color, I wanted to use a addition. Addition of what? Of the stock value. Is this clear? I wanted addition of stock value. And I click on OK. What happens is very interesting. Can you see? एक तो you get levels. Two, can you see on the page black items and a total for black items it is already given. Here it is calculating. It gave you the sum. Sum of what? Sum of all this is this much amount, right? And the interesting part is levels, which it has already formed. Level 1 is showing you the grand total. Grand total stands for what is the total sales now, sorry, stock value of the entire material in your company. Got it? I'm just putting a comma so that we understand the value well. So it is 5 crores 77 lakhs, right? Level 2 shows me color wise total, which is the actual subtotal that we wanted to see. Isn't it easy? You could have found out this with the help of sum if. But why sit and do sum if? Where you don't have to sit and type the formula also. You can directly get it with the help of subtotal. Got it? So black total, all this. So let me just mark this with commas. Great. So amongst this, white were the biggest. So white was ordered the most. Got it? Right? And then level 3 gives you the actual description. Which all black items are there. There are sweatshirts and gloves, which are black, and that is the value. Stock value is that much. In this blue, we had sweatshirts, gloves, and blazers, which is this, right? So when you run sum if or count if, you are going to only get a value. Remember? बाकी जो black है, क्या है, वो सब आपको लिखना पड़ता था. Isn't it? Here you don't have to do all that stuff. You are directly getting all the result in front of you, inside the table itself. Okay, that's the plus point of your subtotal. Now, every time, but there is a drawback also. Now, if you wanted to find the subtotal of only large items, now you wanted to do size wise. So for this, you will have to remove the previous subtotals. That was one of the minus points of subtotals, right? So you go into the data, and I'm going to remove the subtotals because I wanted to run it on item size now. But to remove, you'll have to go into the subtotals and remove all first. And now you have to go by the item size. Now again, that's a difficulty because you'll have to sort the data. Yes or no? First, sort the data according to the item size. Sorted out. All similar categories come together. Here the category is sizes. Now you are going to run the subtotals. Got it? Now at each change in item size, I wanted addition. Addition of what? The stock value. Got it? And I clicked on OK. Now it has given me a stock value. Value is the same, obviously, but now the numbers have changed because it is according to the item size. It's not according to the color, right? This is a new insight that you're getting inside your data. As I told you, start looking at the numbers, what the numbers are telling you. In the previous thing, you saw that the white items were the most, are the most in the stock. उसका value सबसे ज़्यादा है. In this, can you see? Quite similar. Large, medium, small, Excel. They are quite similar. Similar in the sense the stock value is quite similar. So size wise, the stock values are similar. Color wise, the white stock is having a better, more stock value. Got it? So now these are two different results that you have got by running subtotal on two different columns. Okay? In Excel, what that is telling is more important than how to do. Subtotal is simple. Sort karo. लगा दो सब टोटल, वैसे भी मिलने ही वाला है तुमको सब कुछ. Got it? Okay. And the last point over here is that you saw that stock value you calculated, you got the addition of stock value, but you forgot to do the quantities. In that case, then you are going to go ahead with the subtotal and say that, oh, I forgot quantity. So let me select quantity also. But when I select quantity, I should select this feature also, replace current subtotals. If you don't select it, na, then this particular stock value addition will be two times. So you replace that previous one and then give me a new one. अब क्या होता है? Level 2 shows me quantity totals also and stock value totals also. Right? So quantity of large items is so and so and so. Got it? Right? Outline, subtotal, you got this particular calculation. Now page break between groups is also very interesting over here. If I say page break, what happens? I'll tell you. There are black lines in between. Can you see? हे जे extend होता है त्या बाजूला. Can you see? Black lines. Means what? That between the large and medium total, there is a page break which has got inserted. How do you see that? Keep the cursor inside one of the sections and see the print preview. See what has happened? All large items on one page. It gets printed directly. Right? Second page, all medium items. Third page, all small items. Fourth page, all Excel items. So page break has got inserted between two groups. Okay. ते कुठून मिळालं आपल्याला? Outline, subtotal, page break between groups. Got it? Right? And the last is summary below data. हे काढून जर टाकलं आपण, I removed it. Summary below data remove केलं. तर आता काय होतं? मला उत्तर तेच मिळणार आहे. I'm not going to change any answers basically. But you will see that the total comes first, then the description. Can you see? Large total first, then description. Total first, then description. आधी उलट होतं. आधी सगळी डिस्क्रिप्शन आली, मग खाली टोटल आली. दॅट इज कॉल्ड एज समरी बिलो डेटा. तर आता मी समरी बिलो डेटा काढून टाकलं. म्हणजे काय? मला जी समरी आहे, म्हणजे ऍडिशन आहे टोटल, ते आधी आलं आणि मग त्याच्या खाली हे सगळे डिस्क्रिप्शन आलं. गॉट इट? हाऊ डिड आय डू दॅट? आउटलाईन, सबटोटल, समरी बिलो डेटा. हे ऑन केलं जर आपण, तर तुम्हाला प्रत्येक वेळी असं दिसेल. आधी टोटल, सॉरी, आधी डिटेल, आधी सगळे डिटेल आणि मग खाली टोटल. आधी सगळी डिटेल आणि मग खाली टोटल. Yes? So summary below data. And because you are modifying original data, remember, when you are doing this analysis tool, you remember I told you, when you are doing sorting, filtering, any analysis tool, please don't run it on the original data. Take the data, make a copy of it, and then run all the tools. Because there is a change in the original data itself, right? Wanted to remove it, you can just go into subtotal and say remove all. And that's it. Your data is back again. Right? So how many results can you find? That you have to list down first. तुम्ही काय काय रिझल्ट काढू शकता? आयटम वाईज क्वांटिटी काढू शकता, आयटम साईज वाईज क्वांटिटी काढू शकता, आयटम कलर वाईज क्वांटिटी काढू शकता. हे सगळं आधी लिहून काढायचं. तुम्हाला त्यातनं काय काय मिळणार आहे. मग एक एक करून आहे ना, तो टूल वापरून त्याचं उत्तर बघायला सुरुवात करायची. तेवढे आपल्याला काढता येतात. गॉट इट? राईट? फाईन. So let's stop for today.